Hi everybody, so it's Saturday. The mail has arrived, at least some delivery has arrived from the mail, post office, but unfortunately my burner unit, which is here, has not shown up. So despite that, I'm going to start taking this apart. Some of this I've already have. I've disconnected the 12 volt power, which is here. These two wires, as you can see, they go off and then they just kind of go off into the darkness, but they should be going up to my fuse box in the back. So I disconnected those, wire capped them, wire capped the leads that are on the fridge itself. You can see there's the power cord, the 110 volt. So I've disconnected that, and this outlet is looking a little crunchy, at least how it mounts to the wall. So this is yet again another reason why I want to try to do some repair work in here. You can see the stuff is just a little crispy. You can peel this stuff out. This is not a good sign. So yeah, so I've got this floor rotted out. Pretty much it's got tons of silicone pumped in it. Whew, wow, that's quite a bit of silicone, isn't it? It's sorry, I thought that was a bee for a minute. Look at all that. Look at that big daub of silicone somebody just shoved in there. Really? If you're dumping like almost an entire tube of silicone down in a hole, you think you might want to figure out what might be a better solution there. So there's where the hole is in the sleeve for the gas line. So we're going to get that all fixed up. I may cut this line further down below under the rig and put a secondary shut-off in there. But in the meantime, I've got the gas valve disconnected, and this plug here, I'm wondering, because this was over here, mounted here, which is a bracket that's mounted right onto the refrigerator rail, and I'm wondering whether or not this was the original 12 volt connector for the fridge, like it was a quick connector with the two clips here, and you can see I'm betting this was like the original power plug for 12 volt, and somebody at one point in time decided, no, we're going to re-rig this and install it this way. I'm going to check these connections too, because they seem to be a little not exactly tight, so I want to take some of these and tighten them up when I pull the fridge out. But you can see here the cord itself, I've got to pull these out. I'm going to take a screwdriver and just carefully pry them up, and that way I can keep my cord free, and we'll go inside the rig and undo the screws there. I've got a screw here and a screw there, which I don't think is going to give me too much of a battle, because the wood's completely rotted all the way around. Look at that. Well, they probably won't give me any battle. Look at that. There, it's gone. Well, that's one screw out. There you go, along with some of the others. And we'll get this unit pulled out and cleaned up. And it would be nice if my burner unit had showed up today, but hey, I've got the igniter that goes back here. And we'll get her cleaned up and see if we can get her up and running after I get the floor rebuilt, which as I dig into it more and more, I think it's a good idea to rebuild this thing, because this is pretty much totally shot. Let's see here, look at that. That's crazy. That's a little handyman special right there. But that's all completely rotted. I'm going to have to clear this all out and figure out where this is all falling into and vacuum it all out and take care of it. So, just want to quickly recap. So, this is the 110 power that's coming up over the top, and it's actually going over, there's the fuse boxes in the master bedroom, or whatever you want to call it, in the back. I've got the power cord, the 110 is unplugged, there it is, and the gas line is out here a little bit. And you can tell quite a bit of rot in the floor. But what I don't understand is there is another outlet down below, and there is this box, metal box. I'm assuming it's some sort of inverter. I'm not 100% sure. It plugs in to the outlet And I don't know what else it plugs into. There is a, and it's too bad because the it's gotten a little darker, but there's like a voltage regulator down here. I don't know if you can't see it because it's so flippin' dark, but it's right there. And yeah, so I've got this nice metal box here. It's on. It does plug in, and there's some wires coming in and out of it. This one's actually got a hard connection here of some sort going down. I'm gonna have to sort this out because I don't see it anywhere on the manual as to what the hell this thing is. I mean, heck, this thing is. It's under the refrigerator. I'm gonna have to deal with it, and it's. You can see the damage. You can see all the water damage. Look at this, dude. This is totally shot. I mean, when I do this, when I push that like that, you come out here, there's like 2 layers because it's not pushing on this. So there's obviously some framing between this outside panel and the inside panel. I did want to tell you that there is some difference between this Dometic and the newer Dometics. I have a link in a video I'll have in the description for some newer Dometic refrigerators. There's a guy, Journeyman, who's a nice guy. He's kind of starting on his channel as well, and I want to give him a shout out. And I did appreciate his fridge removal video. It was pretty cool, pretty straightforward. This one's a little older. I think I'm going to have to take this bracket off to remove the doors because I need to get behind here a little bit to get some of these little, there's these little grommets, as you can see here. I've just pulled this one off for convenience sake. And you can see there is a, I think it's a square bit. So, hoping that it doesn't seem like this one's going to fit. I'm going to have to get another size square bit, because that's not going to work for that one. Oh, that's just terrific. So I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to unscrew these. Hopefully I don't have to do them by hand. I'm not really looking forward to that, and I really can't go stopping off to the hardware store, but there's 4 of these. So he's right, there's apparently 6 bolts on every Dometic. 2 on the rails, 1 on either side. And then for me, they're all they're all got these little plastic covers. And there's 2 on that side, 2 on this side, but on this side I'm probably just going to have to unscrew the doors and get them removed, pulled off, and do it that way, just so I can, don't know if I can see if you can see it, if it's going to happen or not. Let's see. There's got to figure out if I've got a video of the door, upper door, lower door, and this here a little bit so you can see what's going on there. Maybe I'll do that. So yeah, I've got that mystery box down below. Here I'm going to try to unscrew these. Very small screws, as he's mentioned. Wow, those are tiny. Take that one out. And of course it fell down. It fell down. So I'm going to do that. Put that one up there, and then I have to figure out how the heck I'm going to get this one. Not 100% sure. Since, wow, okay then. Not really sure how you get to that third one. Maybe you do it at an angle and pray or whatever. Have a flex connector. No. Wow. Seems a little crazy. How are you even going to get that one? I mean, I can see it. Don't get me wrong. I can feel the hinging working here. Let's see if I can get into it at a slight angle. Might have to do with I have to do that with a regular screwdriver and get that pulled out. See if I can get it where I can. It's always makes me wonder about some of these things, because some of them, like this one up here, I bet I can undo this one. Try to do this one up here. Maybe I can get this one out. No, let's just wait. Alright. So I'm having fun time with this one. As you would seem that I'd be able to pull this top trim off. I am going to do that. I'm going to pull that top trim off. That there. And see if I can unscrew. If that was another few inches taller, I bet I could do this a lot easier. There's that one. There's that one. Sorry if it's out of the camera view a little bit. Try to get, so those are the screws I just took out up here in this upper bracket. And take this upper bracket off and the door, as you can see here. So I now have the door, the freezer door off. I can now get to this screw, I hope, a little more reasonably. There we go. I'm going to brace the door so it doesn't just fly off or fall off. There we go. I'm going to put that screw up there. I'm going to put that bracket up there too. Right there, like that. There she is. And now this door, you can't see it too well. Woo! Bracket there. I'm going to lay this door down. So there's that door out of the way. So I've got my doors off, which is where I want to be right now. Better not lose these brackets, because goodness knows that's going to be real fun trying to source those. So yeah, so I have the doors off, and I'm going to take the fridge out. Well, in this day and age, I've taken this bit that did not fit. I put it on in a vise. I took my grinder, and you can't really see it, unfortunately, because I've ground the bit down on all four sides very carefully, very evenly with a fine grinding wheel. And we're going to see if this is going to fit. Let's get up in here. Alrighty. There's that thing. Put it in there. Oh, look at that. Now it fits nice and tight. That's the way it should work. So now I got my little bit. I don't care. Probably got 10 of these floating around in the garage somewhere, but you know what? I'll just use this one and do. Okay, let me get this set up back here. Don't know if you can see it or not. We'll find out. Okay. So I'm going to try to put this here. I don't have the tripod here. But whatever. So you're going to see me for a little bit. So you can see we got the side of the refrigerator. Doors are over there. I've unscrewed the 4 screws, 2 top, 2 bottom. I broke one of the little grommet things. It's just too brittle. And as I'm lifting this out, I know one video has, hey, you're going to put a box underneath this, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my arm under this like this and just brace it and lift it out this way. So if it tilts out, I need to make sure that it's almost on the edge right now. So I need to basically try to do what I can. You can see the brackets right there. And just making sure that everything is a-okay. I'm going to use a little bit of the refrigerant lines, unfortunately, to lift this just ever so gently onto the floor. Like this. And there, oh, there's like crud all on the top here. I'll show you. There's like bird crud. God knows what else. Just rotted junk here. And there's all these like little metal. See all these like this? It's like a billion of these little shavings. And they're like metal. And I don't know what they're from. I really don't. I don't know. I'm just looking around going, well, there's the ceiling kind of rotted. There's a diverter for the vent there. Yeah. Like I said, I don't. There's like the mystery of the little metal shavings here. Just trying to figure out what these are. It looks like from self-tapping stuff. Whatever. And they're sharp too. These little sons of guns. They got a little. I don't know if that's blood or what, but they're kind of sharp. And literally, I took this thing out, and it's just. So I'm going to take this fridge, and I'm going to take it out, and hopefully it'll fit right through the opening here. Should be just the right size, and get this thing cleaned up. All right, so you see the fridge is out. I've got it on macro here. This is my silicone patch that somebody put in. Look at all that. That's like at least a half a thing of caulk right there. Got my cover. And like I said, I got all these little metal bits. I'm not really sure. All these little metal shavings like from self-tapping and having the aluminum curl out on it. You can see again a better shot of the fridge on the inside. Giant hole down here, and I got some work ahead of me here, that's for sure, as I go through and take care of things. I did want to get in here and show you some of this real quick before I end the video. Put my little light on there. So there's all this crud that was falling down from the ceiling. Obviously I've got to fix that, because that's obviously, it looks like a leak from a break in the steel there. And at least I have my ventilator here, which is good, and it has my little clip in there for my spiral baffle, which is also good. Yeah. This definitely needs a lot of cleaning, and we'll take care of that next time.